What is going on YouTube? So it is the next day out here at the shop, and I've been doing a lot of research. A lot of people, man, have had various issues that causes that 1361 check engine light code. A lot of it seems to be a voltage thing, like the alternator. Two people replaced the alternator and that fixed the issue. I tested my battery voltage, my resting voltage, before I ever started the van, and it was at 12.0. So the battery is really low. That's probably more because it's just been sitting for months. So I got it running now. The code hasn't popped on, but I haven't revved it or nothing. So I'm just letting it warm up. Once it warms up, I did take the trash out of the shop and put it in the trunk. So I got one bag in the house and one bag in the trunk. I'm gonna try to drive this thing to the trash dump and get rid of that. It's not far, it's a short drive, and I'm gonna just see how it does on that trip. Again, it wouldn't rev past 3,000. I checked the oil, somebody said that oil was low. I checked the oil, my oil's good, but it's intermediate. The intermediate does not really tell you that it's the sensor itself. It just says, most cases, it's something voltage-wise or like a ground or something. But I've got all the grounds pretty tight. The only ground that I am iffy about is the one that bolts to the transmission. That thing, being that the tranny was so dirty, that thing probably could use a cleaning, but we will try that too if this persists. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna try to drive it to the trash dump, take this trash, hopefully the trans shifts okay. And what I want to do is, whenever I finish up for the day, I am going to put the battery charger on it tonight, let it charge all night, and tomorrow hopefully the resting voltage will be more 12.6s, where 12.6s, which is where it should be, so the alternator won't work so hard. I don't know, man, these stock computer systems are so freaking finicky, so it could be that. But yeah, let's hop in and see if we can make this little journey to the dump. I mean, I'm really funny about these automatics, guys. I just hate them so much. And so to tell you the truth, like if I really could have it my way, I would definitely not deal with it at all. I don't like it, man. I do not like the iffiness of it, man. I like something that I know is gonna work. So for whatever reason, guys, the shit did not record any of my drive really a while ago. I don't know. That's why I don't like using this newer phone, because the storage gets full so fast because it got such great quality video. But anyway, I basically just did a little talking while I drove. It drove pretty good. We didn't really have any issues. Again, that first to second just slides a little bit too much for my liking, but it seemed like it did get a little better when it warmed up. So I don't know. I'm not going to lose hope, but I am going to try to do 1 or 2 draining fills over the course of the next, like, maybe 2 weeks or so. Try to get all the contaminants that may be in there flushed out, because again, this transmission had never had its fluid changed. So I'm pretty sure me dumping the few 3 quarts or whatever in there that I did, it's not enough to make that big a difference in, I guess, the shifting or whatever. So yeah, like I said, may try to drive to work tomorrow, and maybe even when I get out tomorrow, run back by Honda, grab 3 more quarts, and then just do a drain and fill again. Just drain out what I can and just refill it back up, and drive it to next week, and then maybe do 1 more drain and fill. And if it's not getting any better, just leave it like it is. I think it's time for us to try to see if we can get this box to fit in here. To do that, I gotta go ahead and take this rear seat all the way out anyway, so I'm gonna see if I can figure that out right quick and get that removed. Okay, boys, so my back is fucking shot, but I think we're gonna be able to work with this, man. I think we're gonna be good to go. Whew, man, that's a heavy ass box, guys. That thing is heavy, but God, it looks good. Oh man, it looks so good. So you can see I've already removed the paneling off the sides, which really wouldn't be in the way. I don't know. I'm in the air about putting it back to make it look stockish. I may do that, I may not. I know I need them off anyway for deadening purposes, because all of this on the side has to get deadened. The rear hatch has to get deadened. And believe it or not, this portion of the roof may need it, but it doesn't need it probably as much as the front half. Up this area is probably gonna be our more messed up area, but what I am gonna have to do is somehow freaking rip this entire headliner down. And I'm gonna try, I don't think I bought enough yet, but I'm gonna try to get as far as I can, at least one layer on the roof. And we'll just go from there, because I know on the HHR, I did have 3 layers in certain spots, but the whole roof was double layered, because like that right there is not gonna work. Like this thing is gonna make the noisiest tin sound that you've ever heard, and it sounds like pure shit. So it's gotta be deadened. But guys, looking at it now, the box is gonna come up a little bit at the back. It's a little wonky because the little pegs right between where the shock mounts, there's like a little, like, I don't know, 3/4 inch peg that sits up in the floor, and the box is sitting on that, so it's kind of raked backwards a little bit. So it does have to come up a little bit in the back. But if you look, we do have ample clearance. So you see that line right there, that is the box, and this the back portion of the hatch. So we do have ample clearance for the port to breathe, which is a big thing that you need. Like, you don't want this thing smushed completely against the window, because it would not breathe right, and it would not slap. But the distance between these 2 spaces is greater than the width of the port itself, so we should definitely have ample room for the port to circulate up and come back around and breathe inside of the van. So that's a good thing. Another thing too, I may not even put this stuff back. I can't remember, I believe I did put it back on the HHR, but again, with this thing, I don't really care. I know all of this has to be sound deadened, and we gotta make this all quiet. The box is kind of leaning back, so if I push it up, see how much farther it goes up, and you can see it's actually more flush with the window, and there is a slight gap at the bottom. So we'll just put like honestly guys, I believe just 1 cut of wood should cure this, and just slide that under there. Maybe I may nail it or screw it to the box, but I may just make it where I can remove it, because I don't know if I want to do anything to this beautiful box. I mean, it looks so freaking good, guys. I love the rhino liner on it. It's nice, aggressive. It shouldn't scratch easy, and it just looks clean, man. It's a clean look. So, and I think all of this, once we put deadener in, it should just look the part. So it has been a very busy morning. I'm on the way now to Honda to link with Hugo. I'm gonna grab 3 more quarts of transmission fluid. I'm gonna do 1 more drain and fill on the transmission. I want to say that's where I'm gonna wrap this video up at, because this has been a couple of different clips, and I really want to segregate the transmission stuff from the audio stuff, because no one wants to keep hearing about the transmission, I suppose. So what I'm gonna do is get this fluid. We're gonna go home. I'm gonna warm the transmission up a little bit, maybe drive it around the block once or twice. Then I'm gonna drain all the fluid out, and then I'm gonna refill it with fresh fluid. And from there, we should be what we're gonna get. Hugo said if it doesn't get any better with this drain and fill, then it's not even worth doing a 3rd drain and fill. Just drive it like it is, and hopefully it'll last a little while. So that being said, that's what we're gonna do. So I done drove it a little bit. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See that delayed second, bro. That's the only thing. Everything else is like pretty freaking smooth. But that damn second gear is just like got a bad delay, and it gets better. Like it gets a lot better, man. I only been driving for like 2 minutes. Like I literally went up the street, came back, turned on this little side road, and then I just started recording a while ago. So like if I were to drive this thing for a good like 15-20 minutes, it'll get a lot better than that. But I really wish I could get it just a little better, man. See that little second gear hiccup it got, but like I said, it's probably just the transmission, man. It's probably just these older Hondas. Back at the shop now. So we'll get this thing lifted up, drain out what's in here, and then refill. All right, here we go, boys. How bad is it? Okay, it's pretty fucking black. It is pretty freaking black. So back at the house, boys, I've driven it after the flush, or after the drain and fill, and I don't know, I really think it feels better. Like it seems like the shift is a lot quicker, but it's still that little slip. So I think that's just gonna probably just be in the transmission, but I'm thinking it'll hold up for a little while. Probably won't drive this thing too. I mean, it won't really matter to drive it far. It's just the stop and go traffic is really what's gonna kill it, I think. But once you get past second gear, I mean, it drives normal. There's no issues anywhere else. It's just that first to second shift that's just like a little bit delayed. But I will keep y'all up to date on it, let you know how it's doing. I'm not gonna say that this is the Accord transmission's fault in the Odyssey. If you're one of those ones that are looking at this video thinking, can you use an Accord transmission in the first gen Odyssey? You can. Now, about the older years, I don't know. I'm pretty sure if you use a 97 transmission, it's gonna work for the Odyssey and the Accord, but don't quote me on that. But the 98 does definitely work with the 98 Accord. So that being said, guys, that's pretty much where I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. I got a lot of audio stuff I gotta try to sort out in my head and get started on. So that's gonna be probably in the next video y'all see. So that being said, if you're excited, make sure you smack the like button for me. I will catch y'all next time. Remember, respect all bills. Peace out.